Okay. So I started the lesson off by doing a quick mini whole group lesson. It was the day after they had finished a pre-test. So they're ready to move on. And at that point, no kids had tested out of the topic. So if they had, they would have gone into the hallway or started their enrichment packet. So I was first reviewing a topic we had done, or a piece of content that we have done like 3 months ago with multiplying with powers of 10. And so we started off dividing decimals by starting off with dividing with powers of 10. And so that's kind of what I was doing in the beginning. A quick whole group. We don't really do too much whole group because once we get started, everyone's kind of starts their own pace. So I do a lot more with the videos and they kind of play them as they go. And so the students decided if they wanted to start with the multiplication review on quizzes, which is a nice website for just some fun kind of formative assessment. And then or they could start with Canvas, which had the slides presentation where they could start with the powers of 10 dividing decimals assessment. So based on how they did on quizzes, I was pulling them up to the table because you can see right on the website which ones they got wrong and how many they got wrong, and you can see the feedback pretty quickly. And some students were doing their own kind of reassessments on it. You can attempt it multiple times, so I could see that, and some just did it once and tried to move on, so I waited to see what it told me and then pull them up if I needed to. And then once students were done with one must-do center, they moved their name to another must-do center, and then once the must-dos were done, they had options of can-do centers to do. And they just kind of go as they need and come up to the table as they need. Sometimes the math interventionist is in the back and they go to the back table if I'm too busy. Or if I see someone just off task, I can redirect them or just have them work at the front table, not necessarily to reassess, but just to focus, since there is kind of always a lot going on. So that's just kind of how every day works in my class with the different centers and moving their names and whatnot. So.